usually go back and forth on the first round, whether to buy 2 tripwires or 2 cages.
Okay, so it really depends like what your goal is, because I think on offense the cages are 10 times better than the tripwire, because you can, for example, throw out smokes. Like, let's say you're running to A over here. You can throw smoke on top of ramp and then push into sight. And, like, you can actually use your smokes aggressively and to get into sights very nicely. And you only basically need, like, 1 tripwire for flank, right? Yes. Mainly. So, I mean, it's not right or wrong if you go 2 trips, 1 smoke. But I value this over the trapwire for sure.
Okay. And I actually think I sell this shield here and go with 2 tripwire. Yep.
Okay. So I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but like definitely, you see how you're leaving yourself with 300. Mm-hmm. I think armor is definitely way more worth than 1 tripwire. You know.
Okay.
So now, if you're on defense, completely different story, right? You're gonna want, like, all these traps are very good.
You guys got mics?
All right, so good. You guys got to go in. Go in. Yeah, play with your team. Yeah, very good. Very good to have that ready. Yeah, get your camera somewhere good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go around. I usually go to the right there and do it.
Yeah. It doesn't, like, the post plant camera isn't like the big, like, you could just like throw up on any wall, really. Like, it truly just doesn't matter. But what matters is if you don't get yourself killed trying to get a good camera spot. You see what I'm saying? Because if you walk out here, you're just gonna get shot in the head most times out of 10. So don't overthink the camera post plant, because any camera would be good, any, right? But that's a very good smoke. We like to see that, and just a random tripwire just anywhere really would be good as well. Like right now, because you have 1 more trap wire that you sold your precious armor for, so let's go ahead and use it somewhere. I don't know, right here, or like maybe on next to the bomb, yeah, anywhere, right? So making sure you're not just dying with it, using the utility that you spent your money on. Perfect, great camera, safe. I would definitely take a look at it. Oh, they shot it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you drop your camera, if you're in a safe spot, you definitely want to, because you can take a quick look in a camera, no matter how aggressive it is. You can take a quick peek in it before they shoot it. So you definitely want to pop your camera, immediately like open it up and try to scan just to see anything at all, because you never know what that information will get you. Okay, so this is good.
So this is like another, especially on offense, a problem I have. I keep going back and forth between point of view.
Yes. So what I tell people is, sorry to cut you off. What I tell people is, instead of watching 2 things, like, don't half-ass 2 things, full-ass 1 thing, right? You've heard that saying before, right? So if you're like looking here and here at the same time, right? So you're going back and forth. If a bad guy actually comes from one of these, you're not going to be able to kill them, because even though you think you're watching 2 angles, it's just going to be a shit show if they actually do come, for most times out of 10, because you're going to have to like flick to them, and it doesn't work out well. So what I would do is hide from 1 angle and hard commit to 1.
Okay.
Right? So in this scenario, what I would do is hide behind this billboard. It protects me from the B main, and I would have a crossfire with this jet to make sure that we're both shooting at the same target, right?
Okay.
And plus, here's another reason why you don't even have to worry about B main. So you have a nice trip, and you have a teammate in there watching the flank. So right now, my goal is to just play with my jet right now.
Spoiler alert, he's about to die.
So good, good, good. Yep, you don't have to peek.
Yeah, I already killed.
Nice.
But I do, because...
No, I mean, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, at that point.
I have to get out at that point anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're dead regardless, so why not try? So that was good. Good round.
Got in there with me.
So, how do you attack the... I mean, how do you approach economically wise, the second round, the first round, the third round? So let's say you win the first round, like you just did. What is going through your head?
I full buy everything I can.
Perfect, absolutely, every time.
Not setting up the trip bar.
No hesitation.
Well, no, without, like, I was facing the direction into sight. I don't know how you got in there.
So, but you did notice that on the pistol round here, remember what we sold for this precious little guy?
Yep.
Never ended up using it, right?
Yep.
So, if you do make decisions, I'm not necessarily saying what decisions you should make. I'm saying that if you do make a decision, make sure that you get the full value out of them, right?
Okay.
Because
I don't know, as far as full buying right here on the second round, that's something I learned from you doing your video with Mike. So
Okay.
I don't know that I did that here, but that's our policy going forward now.
Perfect. Perfect. Very good. So let's see.
Got in there with me. The direction into sight. I don't know how you got in there.
Okay, so we're gonna definitely, yeah, heavy shields. Bulldog, I love it! But now we have $400 left. And what are we missing?
Cage.
Yeah, a very, very precious cage.
Alright.
Because, you know, that one cage is just a million times more worth than having 400 in your bank for no reason, you know?
Alright.
Okay, so this is good. Oh.
I also, if you remember from Mike's video, I'm the chest shot master. So I work. If I'm not thinking about it, if I'm holding a point, I'm really good about having my crosshair where it needs to be. Once I start moving around and having to,
well, that's perfect.
People, it drops.
Perfectly fine, because as long as you have decent crosshair placement when you're holding the corner, that means your gears are turning, right? So you're in the right direction for it all, but you know, you'll slowly adapt it to more situations rather than just holding corners. So that's perfectly normal, especially being new to the genre and everything. So don't beat yourself too much up on it. Just let it be a nagging voice in the back of your head always, you know?
Okay.
Okay, so I would definitely like leave a trap here. So
Okay.
if
we were full rotating, had we been going into mid, my thinking there was if we go into mid, I'm going to leave that trip there.
okay.
Since we full rotated, I took it with me, and see there actually I would have caught somebody because she was coming out.
Yeah, it's just it you know, it just gathers information and basically like you never know what information will come from. Like if you trigger Sage here, now you know that Sage is 1,000,000% here. So and you never know what that information can mean. It's probably not game breaking, but definitely if my team's attacking A, then I have a trip like at B or like at sewer, right? So just to gather information. Doesn't have to be necessarily the best traps in the world, and that's offensive Cypher for you. Your trap wires aren't going to be the most valuable because most of the time it's just for info gathering, not for necessarily punishing like it is on defense. So yeah, if you're attacking B, right, I'm trapping probably Ramen. I'm probably trapping sewer too. I'm like lurking behind the team, just putting a camera up mid, just getting info for my team, right? Okay, good stuff, good stuff.
My other issue my team makes fun of me is I reload after.
See, that's also a bad habit, right?
It is.
Yeah, very bad habit.
Killed a lot.
Yep. Let me digress. I show people this clip every single time, and
You know, if it's the one on your channel, I watched it.
the never reload one. This one.
That's such a great clip.
So yeah, that's just the important, you know, like, cause you just killed that guy with like 3 bullets, right? So imagine what you can do with 20 bullets, you know. So, and it's very hard to get out of that habit. Then again, just a bunch of little voices inside your head like never reload, crosshair placement, crosshair placement.
It's a COD thing. As soon as you
Absolutely,
then you-
absolutely, and that's what I hear a lot. Okay, so this is good, but very good to have a trap on sewer there. I would also probably put a trap either here, or you can save it and maybe get to screens, but not a big deal. You could like, this is just what's going through my head coming into here. Is like, because if you tripwire here, then if they come through ramp, then they'll trigger it, or if they come through long flank, then it'll also trigger it. But I mean, not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Good corner checking. Good smoke. Very good. Definitely want to pop it though. Nice.
She's coming through our
That's what I like to see. Good stuff.
And I think we misunderstood the teammate here. Our random teammate was saying this is the one where we thought he said the right side. So
Let me try and hear what he said. What she said, sorry.
She's coming through our side.
I think she said coming through our side. But yeah, I mean it was
out afterwards.
yeah, okay.
They made fun of us. They're like, we told you it was from our side. I was like,
Okay.
Oh, you said right side.
So now post plant, we're dropping a tripwire anywhere. Doesn't have to be the best spot in the world, but just you can cut off, like, this is just perfect, right? Right there. Now you don't even have to worry about this spot, okay? Now we're dropping our camera. Who cares? Right here, right here, right up here. It really just doesn't matter, you know?
Okay.
Because the second you see anything on your camera, who cares if they shoot it? You instantly know where they're attacking from.
Okay.
So very important, right? So like you're worried about CT, but you don't have to be, because your tripwire can cover this for you.
Right here.
Yeah. So pretty good crosshair placement. It's a tad bit low, but it really depends on the angle they come from. This is where crosshair placement gets even crazier, right? So like if they hug the corner and they come in front of you, right, the headshot is like where you're aiming. But if they hug far away, then their headshot's like up. Yeah, you know, so it's difficult. It's difficult.
I was telling them last night too. I struggle with elevation.
Oh, everyone does. Everyone does.
Higher than is worse for me.
Yep. Very, very difficult to deal with. It just comes with repetition, holding the same angles over and over and over, and you know, it gets ingrained into your head. So this kill could have been completely avoided on you, right? So,
Absolutely.
yep. So we just block off one area, throw up our Super Spy Kids 3D webcam anywhere, and you know, just take a peepsies, see what where they're coming from, and then with that information, you and Sova can just get the trade frag together. Ends up winning the round, unfortunately. But see, with just a simple change in ability usage, we probably win this round for sure, right? And it has nothing to do with aim, you know?
Exactly.
Could be coming through our spawn. Not sure. Not really sure.
I actually didn't hear what you said. I actually asked. I know I didn't.
Eh?
So yeah, now if you guys do lose that 4 spy round, you have to save. You have to save, right? So this is good. Good save on your part.
Okay. I just spotted ghost. Did I not push to talk when I said what did they say?
So if you are pushing into B, try to set up a trap wire to where when they do trigger it, it's you have enough time to react. So let's say that you guys all push into B, and like maybe you have like one just chilling in B main still, like looking out or doing something here, right? If they trigger this, then someone in B main can die because they won't have enough time to react. So if I'm usually pushing B main, a ramen trap would be like optimal,
Okay.
because it gives you enough time to be like, oh, one's flanking, right?
Okay.
Because see, like now we're worried about the flank, right? We're worried about the ramen
I'm really
push.
just protecting him while he's droning.
Yeah.
At this right now.
Okay.
At this point.
Okay.
One on top of box and left, and one on the right.
So basically,
thinks I don't watch his back enough.
So yeah, I mean, as Cypher, don't be scared to kind of play by yourself to get some information.
Okay.
So like, if your teammate's working B, right, what I'm usually doing is maybe like trapping up ramen, maybe putting a camera mid or like somewhere sneaky on mid, and just to see any info here,
Okay.
to get something for my team, right? But here, you guys can easily be flanked, correct?
Of course.
Through here, through here. I mean, this flank is probably not real, but the ramen one, because you just had a teammate die in sewers. But even without the teammate dying, I'd still be worrying about no mid control, so they would just push straight through. So we can establish some mid control by trapping and like putting a camera and seeing what's going on, right? Because you don't necessarily have to be the brunt of your team's push. It's not a Cypher. He's mostly like a lurker, info gatherer, flank watcher, stuff like that, you know?
So one on top of box and just on the left side.
Raina's coming from mid.
Okay, so yeah, this is a very common situation, and lots of people miss shots like these all the time. So what the reason behind it is because they see a bad guy on their screen, and their first instinct is just, oh, shoot, quick, right? Like kill them. But
Yeah.
when you have this advantage on people where when they aren't immediately looking at you, take the time to take very precise and slow shots, right? You don't have to spray your gun here. You just have to line up the headshot, click, right? I know it's a lot easier, I mean, a lot harder than I'm making it seem, but definitely if you take your time just a little bit on these kills where you have this advantage, you have to utilize that advantage by lining up your shots.
Okay.
And see, like, now you're surprised by, like, all this, but, I mean, mainly this.
Absolutely.
So, what does this tripwire actually like watch your flank for you? Not really, right? So, because if you didn't put down this tripwire, the same thing would have happened, right? So it didn't even matter, that tripwire is what I'm trying to say. So we want deeper tripwires. Yeah.
Okay. That makes total sense. So I'm streaming this too. So one of my teammates just told me to ask you about changing camera traps per situation. Or do you tend to always kind of set things up the same as you're pushing? Like you're always, let's say you're pushing garage. I mean, I can obviously move my tripwire around a little bit in ramen.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
camera locations.
So,
but would you always suggest setting up that area? Basically, I guess is what he's asking.
If it depends, right? Let's say I'm setting up in ramen, and they never trigger it. I don't have to change it. They don't know. Exactly, right? So,
Yeah,
but if I get one from this trap, then maybe I will put it closer to here. Maybe I'll do one here, right? Still in the same area, but just a little bit different. Like maybe I'll do a top-down one from the ceiling to the ground or something. You know, like I'll switch it up, but I definitely don't want my trips to be shot at or jumped over or crouched under. That's the only thing that I'm looking for. And I only change up my traps when they've worked.
Okay.
So, but yeah, usually if I'm pushing B, then I'm definitely having a trap like here or something, or like maybe one ramen and then save the other trap for like the site or something. But definitely get that information, because if you get someone in ramen, then you can tell your team early that we have a flanker, or either you know that the flank is happening, or they're like, shit, they found me. Now I'm not going to flank anymore. That's good.
Okay.
Either way.
And back there. I hit.
So yeah, here we definitely want to be taking our time just a little bit longer in these situations. And, I mean, you almost killed him, right? You did 135 to him. But imagine if you were like cool, calm, collected, and took your time just a little bit longer, right? You would have killed him easily.
One enemy remains.
And did we use our webcam that round?
No.
Exactly.
Because I was gonna set it up on site.
Yeah. So.
I could have had I set it up the way you suggested.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a million different things you can do with it, but I would definitely try and utilize it, right? Even if you throw it mid and you peek through it and then it gets shot at, fine, right? You know who's playing ropes. You know, you never know what that information will lead to. Is what I'm trying to say. You know. Okay, so now we're taking an A take. So where am I trapping? Maybe I'm trapping here. Maybe I'm trapping sewer, right? But definitely it's your job to protect this, right? So this is good. Yeah, so this is good.
I put it right here in the entrance.
Okay. So
But,
very good, very good. Good. Now another one. Bang.
Yep.
Let's see it. Good crosshair placement. Okay, that's fine. You can always save it, but right, it's important that you can, because you can throw it down and not activate it like you did here.
Of course.
So perfectly fine, or you can throw it down here, but like you want to use it like in one of these areas, right? So you don't have to activate it. You can activate it whenever you want. But now, what are we doing? Right? Anywhere. Anywhere, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot better at doing this stuff after watching, especially the video that you did with Mike. Because I don't think I utilized all my utilities nearly enough before that. So
common problem.
The video was actually recorded before that, and I already had it.
I see. Okay, well that's good.
Better, I will say that, but I don't. But
that's good. That's good. I'll still like, you know, I'll rehash it just to drill it into your head. Perfect. All right, so here we're worried. We're worried about here, right?
Yes, and we don't have to be.
We don't have to be. Trap it, cage it, camera, right? We can look here and heaven with our camera. So now we have this threat of screens coming, and we have this unknown threat of maybe here coming. So maybe jumping off of heaven, like you see, like we're caging ourselves in, and we're putting ourselves in bad situations because we're not using our abilities. Okay, so now you know there's two heaven. So yeah, good idea to smoke, but you see how it's just way too late, right? So now they saw that you threw it, they know exactly where you are, and this smoke is not even effective anymore because they're already through. So, right idea, wrong time. Oh, they didn't even care that you threw it from there. But definitely better players would see that and oh, nice stuff, nice stuff.
Man, I reloaded with 21 bullets or whatever it was.
12, but
was that what it was?
you know, you can kill two people with 12 bullets. I 100% know that you can do that. Okay, so let's take a look at this again.
What the fuck just happened?
Okay, so in these situations, do not be scared to hold down mouse 1 when they're this close.
Okay.
Now, you might think, oh, it's like a wild hose trying to control it, right? like a firefighter hose, and then it just goes everywhere. But it's practice. Practice, right? You force yourself in, because every pro player, every good player, every diamond plus player, every probably even plat plus player will spray these guys 1,000,000 times out of 10, right? Okay. Just quicker bullets off. You just have to learn how to control it, and that just comes with putting some time into the practice range. And when you do go into practice range, just spray like crazy. Just try to control it the whole time, right? Do your bursts, do your spraying, because you don't want to be shooting like click, 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 right? Not you don't want to be shooting. Yeah. And you'd be surprised how common it actually is, because they're scared of missing. They're scared of their bullets going completely out of control. But how do you get to the point to where you control your bullets if you're not actively practicing that? You see what I'm saying? You're not going to magically click into a perfect spray control without practicing. So it's going to be hard. You're going to whiff a lot, but definitely just try.
Okay.
Yep. And definitely we're not reloading there ever.
That was a really good try. I believe.
but it was a great try.
Appreciate you saying that.
Hey, I used to have a really bad problem of aiming down sights all the time too. I finally broke that.
Good. I hate ADSing. I will swear by it by unbinding that button. I hate it.
It actually disgusts me doing that.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
reload button.
it's not. I mean, if you go in an unrated game and you have a problem with crouching, ADSing, and reloading too much, unbind all 3 buttons and see where it gets you. That's hilarious. All right, so now let me see the econ here, making sure we're all okay. So you have 3,100, 2,800. He can buy, you cannot. So this is a half buy round through and through, right? So you're either, if there's 3 options when you have to buying, it's eco, half buy, full buy. Okay? So when you have odd interval monies like this, where only like 1 or 2 people can really full buy, then you're definitely not full buying, right? So definitely next round will be the full buy. So, but you guys have some money that you don't have to full save. So this is the in-between of half buying. And this is what a half buy looks like, right? So, yeah, you can buy heavy shields, or like you can buy a ghost and light shields and still have enough for next round. So that's what a half buy looks like. So even this buy was perfectly fine, because next round you're leaving yourself with 4,000.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Scoop? Okay, no gun there. I would do the same thing. I was like, mine now.
Fuck.
Yeah, and okay, don't be scared to, if I'm ever talking, don't be scared to cut me off, ask random questions, or if anyone like in your chat or any of your friends want to ask questions through the chat, like they can, and just interject all the time, because I talk a lot, and it really just, I encourage questions. Little unfortunate here because you don't see it, but what do we just pick up? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I didn't see it.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, not that big of a deal, but because that was a 2v1 situation. You lose that 10 times out of 10. Everyone loses that, so don't worry about that.
And I also did not put a trip bar over. I don't know why I didn't. I just noticed that just now, actually. Had I put one in garage, I would have.
Exactly. Right. So, we're letting the enemy team flank us for free, essentially. When, as Cypher, we're really wanting to stop this. So yeah, good. Okay, so now you guys are making some noise. This is contact, and now we have to explode onto the site as a team. We got the pick, and now we run in. Simple, but no one's going into sight. Good ult? Perfect. Look, site's completely free! Completely free! All we have to do is go there.
I know, and our sage goes to heaven with the bomb.
No. So, the biggest mistake lots of people have when taking A is they all go into heaven. If they all go into A, then you win the round. Oh no, I would go help the sage pronto.
That's exactly why I went up there.
Yeah, perfect.
Because I almost always go to sight. I don't like going to heaven.
Perfect. Yeah.
The verticality changed for me.
Uh-huh. So let me see this first gunfight. Okay, so here's another common mistake that happens all the time. So you see how we moved out into the open and then we adjusted our crosshair to the danger?
Yes.
So let's reverse those, okay? So let's get our crosshair ready for the danger and then press our movement keys. Okay? So like
Okay.
let me replay this for you. You see? We peek heaven and now we drag our crosshair, right? So what should be done, right, is you're looking here. You're staring at the wall and then you're swinging out. So when you swing out, your crosshair will be ready for the danger.
Okay.
This will get you ready for gunfights and it'll make you win a lot more gunfights. Because even though you killed him, you could have been a lot more healthy, right? Maybe you would have killed him faster. And you never know that maybe being more healthy means you actually kill this Phoenix. See how our movement goes, then our crosshair goes. Other way around.
No, he was there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The robot angle strikes again. I hope he's watching right now.
He's
Let's
definitely watching.
okay.
Whole team's watching right now.
I'm gonna put on point 25. I'm going to go back just a little bit. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna look at this. Uh-oh. Where are we flicking from the robot angle to actual crosshair placement human angle, right? So
Yes.
I see you. Oh no. And that's what happens when you have to flick like that. Your bullets aren't going where you want them to go because flicking in this game is very difficult. So do not be holding, don't be holding these tight angles. No human can hit that. Look at the reaction time, right? He gets to here before we even process it, and now we move our crosshair. Yeah, so definitely trying to drill that in.
For me,
Last player standing.
What's his name again? Sorry, Mike?
Mike, yes.
Yeah, sorry about that one, Mike. Had to do it.
7.
30 seconds left.
Ooh, scary. Oh, unlucky. Okay, so this round looks pretty grim economy-wise. So now when we're in this in-between money, what are we looking to do, right? You see how like we have armor, Ares, you have nothing, right? This is a force buy and a half when actually she could afford an assault rifle. No, she can't actually. My math is very bad. So, and we're just not all assault rifles and not heavy armor. So now we're kind of looking at doing a half buy, and this is exactly what a half buy looks like: light armor, ghost. So we're looking good. Now we just have to get all on the same page with your team.
Yeah, I ended up because I could still buy the spec.
Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Right. So you're still thinking about the next round. Oh, what did we just do?
I don't know.
I think you sold. Okay, yeah, you sold a tripwire to put yourself 4100 next round. Okay, perfectly fine. So it's good that you're economically thinking. Very good. I agree with almost all of your purchases. Okay. I like the trip. Uh-oh. It happened. So it's real, right? This is definitely real, especially
It is real.
like so if we're pushing A, that's why I say my traps are like maybe one here and one in sewer, just to cover all my grounds, right? It covers the mid and it covers the biggest flank ever. So I mean,
I'm telling you.
I know you only had one, but definitely think about just a little positioning, and the play style of Cypher is to cover the team's back. You don't have to get your team into the bomb site because that's what entry fraggers do, and better people with like flashes like Phoenix or like Reyna or Breach, right? Your job is to make sure that they can't do this to your team.
Okay.
So you're going to be by yourself sometimes, but with your gadgets, you're more safe than you think.
Stay back.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
it's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Were you watching that?
I don't know how this wasn't a kill.
I don't either.
Yeah, you were
It looked
so
like I
close.
hit a headshot in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. But I mean, but see, this is like the difference between, you know, Crosshair being just a little bit lower, right?
Exactly.
I mean, just and it's fine because it's hard to always have perfect crosshair placement when you're just walking around and scanning the area. But if you have like a default of just being a little higher than normal, then you never know what will come up into your crosshair. So not that bad though. This stuff like that happens all the time.
Felt like I was right at head level.
Okay, and here's an example. Why is this bad? That we just see here.
Yeah.
What
Was I not
Think-
just
right
did?
at head?
Yeah, yeah.
No, you were not.
Felt like I was right at
Did you catch it?
No.
Okay. So think about movement. Think about crosshair.
her head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You were not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Movement first and then crosshair, but
Exactly.
should be definitely the other way around.
Shot her right in the chest like 3 or 4 times.
You see? We peeked and I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're going to be up there, right? So, we peeked and then we moved our crosshair. So definitely, I'm not saying this is you or anything. I'm just saying
Oh,
that
yeah.
many people have this problem, but it will net them a lot more kills when they just reverse that order. Okay, so let's see. What do we do in economy? Because so definitely, because you can afford one of these, right? But your thought process was, I want my trap wires. But the assault rifle just trumps these. But, like, for sure, right? Because you have 2 cages, perfect. You have $2,900. You can just buy one of these. And it's just so much better than Bulldog and Trip.
Someone watch flank.
Assault rifles are just incredibly good. So these traps are good if you're attacking mid or A, right? But you trap up the flank when you're pushing B. But this isn't the flank anymore, right? So flank now looks like here, you know, here. If my team's pushing B, I'm trapping A, I'm trapping Ramen, I'm camming mid, and then like maybe lurking mid or pushing B main with my team. So now I have so much information, so much to offer my team that they can't be behind us. And when they can't be behind us, our whole team no longer gives a shit about B main, and they can all spend their resources looking at CT and Heaven. And when you give that assurance for your team, it means a lot. Because you know how, like, if someone's sitting here and they're worried about B main and Heaven and CT, they're like looking here, they're looking here, they're worried about it, right? But if you cut off that section of the map for your team, then they don't have to worry about it, and now they can maybe net a kill because they're not flip-flopping between 2 different angles. And that's what I mean by you don't know what your information actually achieves to someone else. You don't know the weight of the info gained. But it's just important to gather it. Nice. Okay, so you know my stance on ADSing, right? But there's a couple of exceptions with the Bulldog, the Stinger. Bulldog burst fire ADS is very, very good, very good.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's one of the few times I still ADS.
Yeah, very good. But I mean, that was a clean
Are you
kill.
hopping?
Very good.
Yeah.
Kinda stuck in here. Doesn't know which way we're going, but-
One
Okay.
She was
enemy
there, but I
remaining.
couldn't find her.
Yeah, you guys are just
Should go.
either playing ring around the
Yeah,
Rosie, or she
yeah.
went CT,
It's
or
on
she's actually in backside and you didn't clear it. But probably just went CT. I'm not too sure.
She was opping, so if she'd been in backside, she would have.
Yeah, that's true. Nice. Clean. Okay, but did we necessarily have to do this?
No, we could have put the tripwire there.
You could, if
Or
you
put
had
that
one.
cage.
Cage. You could
Camera.
cage camera here. You can cage heaven. Plant the bomb. You know. So, I mean, risky play worked out.
Once
Good
again,
stuff.
the crosshair wasn't where it was supposed to be either, so- oh, she's-
It's all good. All good. We're here to learn. So that's good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, you're killing them. All right, you're killing people. You're doing pretty well this match. I don't think you're bottom fragging. I think you're. Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, but I'm not playing with my full team right now. Like all of the, like right now in ranked, they're all gold or higher.
Okay.
Well, we had one that got the plat briefly, but and then I'm silver. I just got demoted from silver 3 to silver 2, so
Okay. Yeah.
I'm generally the bottom fragger.
Don't even worry about that. Yeah, because I mean, no one is generally the bottom fragger, right? Okay, so it's just if you're playing with people that are better than you and you're playing against people that are better than you, sure you're gonna bottom frag. Don't let it eat you up inside. But here, look, you're destroying these guys. And if you're playing with people better than you and playing against people better than you, they have the experience that you don't. So you're still you're playing catch up right now. So don't be too hard on yourself, right? Because if we look here, right, you're killing these guys no problem. You're not bottom fragging. You're almost top fragging. Good trade, good trade. Yeah, definitely if you see your teammates shooting someone, go help them out. Go turn the tides, right? Go make sure that they're not fighting the 1v1. Make it 2v1. So very good stuff. You see how we're getting closed in on?
Yes,
From everywhere. But trap,
stopped it. Yeah.
you know, trap, maybe even freaking double trap it if you're this worried about it, right? But like one trap or like a camera or like a camera mid, like just some mid presence even. Who knows what it could have done for your team. Okay, so Crosshair's a bit low. Okay, ult, no problem. That's what I like to see right there. No hesitation. You don't even look at the numbers advantage. You're like, okay, I have my ult. I rip it. Who cares if it's 2v1? I'm trying to secure this round. Perfect.
I watched a video about ult economy
Yes.
a month ago. Like use it when you get it because you're just getting kills that don't matter.
Yes, yes. You're just wasting ult orbs if you save it. Because I do this every single time. I count the different ways with my student how many different ways you can get ult orbs. By killing people, by dying, by defusing, by planting, by picking it up on the map. Well, realistically 4 ways to get it because you can't plant and defuse at the same time. So 4 different ways to get the ult orb, right? But when you keep it, all those extra orbs just go in the dumpster. Very good. So now you, perfect info. You know exactly where she is, okay? So, shitty part is, you need this bomb.
Yep.
So what I'm doing is I'm playing with my teammate. We're both lit. I'm trying to get the advantage over the opponent, even more so because we know she's somewhere around here. She's probably going to move after going here. She's probably standing right here or even moved right here. So without even watching what happens, what do you think we could do to get this bomb safely?
Any number of my utilities.
Mm-hmm.
Camera, cage probably would be beneficial here to get it.
Mainly the cage, right?
Yes.
Because you like smoke screen here, and then maybe throw a deeper one, and then you
Exactly.
run in and grab it and run away. Hopefully you don't get spammed through it.
Exactly. Even throwing my camera, if she shoots it down.
Exactly.
She did.
Exactly.
Oh, heaven.
Okay, but she could have even been holding this corner.
Push with me 'cause I have no health.
But you see how we push,
Yeah.
movement, then crosshair, reverse it, and you'll become a pro player.
Heaven.
You guys are both going through heaven now?
I don't
Okay.
even. Yeah, I think it's
It doesn't matter what you guys do as long as you guys do it together. I wonder if she could have maybe heard this rotation, but not a big deal. Okay.
She probably did hear it. I think I ran for a few steps.
Oh yes, here it is. Yes. Look.
Honestly, I didn't
She's
see her on
right
the
there.
camera here. Mike says you saw her on the camera, and I'm
can
like,
pull.
I didn't see her on the camera, and I even went back and looked at it later.
No,
She's right
no, 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 no.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Oh no, 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 no. Viper saw. Okay. Viper. Okay, so the camera doesn't see it, but she's standing right here. But
Oh.
Viper saw it,
Viper sees the camera.
and you hear the voice line from Viper, "Enemy spotted." So she's the one that saw it.
She's
Saw
right
it.
there.
Okay, so now you know she's sight.
You can pull
Okay.
wall, yeah.
So now what we're doing? What are we doing now? Pause.
So I'm trying to get the bomb. I ended up throwing a cage here and trying to go around the cage. I think this is the one, and she actually kills me.
Okay. So
'Cause I wasn't sure where she was. But I turned my back.
Oh.
that's just unlucky. I mean, you did what anyone would do. You had to grab the bomb. You had to grab the bomb. The time was ticking down, and it was just a good play by the Rays and to just throw a satchel there, really. But I love the play of smoking it off and grabbing the bomb. Very good stuff. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but that was the right mentality, right? You camera in to get the info, and then you cage for safety. Good ability usage, right?
It killed.
You're not doing everything wrong, so don't worry.
I don't know how.
Okay. Good stuff.
So you made me rethink totally how I'm going to use this tripwires though on every map. So
Yeah, you see how like this tripwire actually doesn't serve a purpose for us, right?
yeah.
Viper is now what your tripwire should be. So, and definitely you're basically covering the other parts of the map while you make it safe for your teammate to push in. Okay, so now we got the pick. Now we're going quick.
Should be another one. Up.
Little nursery rhyme for you guys. Get the pick, go quick. Now we get 2 picks.
I know.
Yes!
Outside.
Perfectly fine. Because someone has to go in, someone has to get the ball rolling, and then I'm pretty sure if they trade frag this, they only have to do 40 damage. Sage will probably kill him, no problem here. So it's not even bad that you walk in and die. Come on, please, Sage. Come on. Someone. There we go. Boom. Trade frag. Good job. Right? Not bad, because as an entry fragger, you're going to die most of the times. And I know you're not supposed to be entry fragging a Cypher, but if no one's doing it, then you have to take it upon yourself to be like, okay, we got to go, guys. Come on.
In a 5v2 situation here, somebody's got to get over.
Exactly. Perfect. So, and it's not that your crosshair wasn't ready for this, is that as an entry fragger, you have to worry about boom, bang, boom, right? So, and also here, so your crosshair has to be everywhere. So it's completely natural to run in and die and do as much damage as you can and get the info. And this was almost a clean kill, right? This was a good flick, and honestly, yeah, this is perfect. If they just needs the trade frag needs to be a lot quicker than this, but yeah, it's good that you saw that you guys had to go and you did it yourself. Very good stuff. Okay, so this is super unlucky. Super. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But this is spray practice. This is going in. See, I'm not mad at him for trying to spray here and dying because of it. You want to be doing this, because next time you'll be like, oh shit, next time I need to learn how to pull down, right? So you're slowly adjusting yourself over time, right? And you're touching the hot stove and be like, oh, it's hot, right? So in this situation, it's like, I need to pull down quicker. And so if you're constantly adjusting, then this spray becomes cleaner and tighter, and you're constantly learning. Because it is hard, for sure. I mean, this is definitely not an easy game compared to most other shooters. That's why it earns the title of tactical shooter, you know?
Yes.
Good stuff. Okay, so Go on, sorry.
I was just saying, one of my teammates wanted me to ask whether you're pushing like specifically B on this site. Let's say it's a 3v3, we've got site. Is it better for somebody to push into CT or to hold the CT from inside site?
Okay, so that is a very good question. I, myself, it really depends on the timing. Because, okay, and this is where timing becomes super important. Let's say you get a pick here, and you get a pick here. So both of their A players are dead, right? And now you guys are barreling into the site, and now you have the time to get a better position before the rotations actually come. If you're slow onto site, going into CT is trolling because they're probably already going to be there holding the angle. So if you have the leeway and going onto site quick and you have the timing just right, going inside CT is deadly because they will not be ready for it. They'll walk down this, they'll maybe check this corner lazily, but you're definitely killing. I push into CT all the time. Very, very strong.
Okay. So
But
you definitely answered it perfectly.
yeah, definitely a timing thing. I love getting super aggressive into bomb sites to pushing out. Like on B site, I don't know if you're talking about A or B, but I
specifically talking about B, but it screens is the same thing.
B, I do the same exact thing. I do the same thing. If we take B quickly, I am running into CT, and I'm lurking like all the way here, and I'm watching like, and if no one comes, then I flank into heaven. I'm just a freaking menace from behind, right? And this is the importance of timing and taking bomb sites quickly, because it allows you to do stuff like that. Good shock dart. Good. Get the pick. Go quick. We got two of them. Where we going?
I don't know why I went to heaven this time, because I don't usually.
See, now we're like walking around. We're looking for the third A player, but you know, if we map out the defense, right? How many people play B usually?
One and one heaven, one on site, one heaven usually, or mid heaven.
Ropes.
Yeah.
And 2A, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, we just killed the 2A, so now we only have to worry about Ropes guy in heaven. So this is all free. So now when you map out, when you map it that way, right, it doesn't necessarily make sense how we're attacking this, right? So there's the rotation, but if you were a little quicker, maybe you would have gotten the smoke screen off earlier, or he wouldn't have caught you and shot you a couple times while going into sight. So here's rotation and here's the rotation.
Yes,
So they're pretty close. I mean, they're pretty quick with it because of how kind of like iffy we were on attacking the site. Very good smokes. Good. Very good to pop them. But now what is the cherry on top of the cake that we're missing?
the camera.
Perfect. Anywhere. Anywhere. I don't care if it's right here, on this wall right here, just to get a quick peek to see if they're pushing or not. If it's here, if it's right here, if it's on the freaking floor, put it somewhere. And then hide.
Reina's about to come screens.
Okay. Good crosshair placement. Good stuff. Okay, so now here's the thing that I have a tip. about elevation change, okay? And this actually will help lots of people. So there's an elevation change right here, right? So this crosshair is actually a little low if you actually do peek them right here. So what I would advise people to do is, if they can't adjust to the elevation change, peek the corner so there is no elevation change, right? So what does that mean? You go left a little,
Yes.
and then you hold here. So
Okay.
they're on the flat ground.
By the same, if I were to walk around this corner, I guess I would follow a parallel line of the stairs on my crosshair placement, assuming does that make sense? Yeah.
You like that?
Assuming it was high enough to begin. Yes.
Yes,
that's what I'm
yes.
trying to say.
But that's a lot harder to do
Of course.
than to hold, you know, just the flat ground angle.
One enemy remaining.
So that's
It
fine.
should be CT.
Okay, should be CT is the call. You get to heaven. Good job, good job. You know, so I actually just uploaded today a game of Cypher that I played on Split. Now, I didn't do amazing, but you can see all the info that I've gathered. And as Cypher, you're not going to be a super heavy fragger. Because if you're getting the info for your team, your teammates will get the frags from your info. And if you, it's just a VOD of me playing one of my placement matches or one of my ranked matches as Cypher on Split. And you can see how I use these smoke screens effectively and offensively. And I use my cam on cooldown. And you can just give that VOD just a quick watch through. You can put it on like 2 times speed or 1.5 times speed and just see like the things I do and be like, huh, I'll try that, you know?
I will do that for sure.
Very good stuff.
That's rotate.
Yeah, it's good call to rotate. Okay? Definitely this. Ooh! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Oh, thank God. Good trap. Finally it worked out, but they had to like completely push like animals for it to work out. Not a big deal. Okay, here. We're worried about ramen? Screw it. We're trapping. We're trapping and we're going.
Okay.
So you're almost there, right? You're almost there.
Okay.
Right idea. And even this placement is fine now because now no one is
Let's
in
go.
B main, and you'll have plenty of time to react if someone triggers that. So this trap turns okay if you guys go quick into the site. Okay, does that make sense? But if you guys are lurking around here and you're not getting out of this congested area, then you need ramen trapped.
Okay.
And even if you guys go quick and you have ramen trapped, perfectly fine, right? You don't have to go back, pick it up, and then put it here, even though it's a little bit safer because it stops the big flank as well. Not that big of a deal if you just leave ramen trapped, because not too many times people do the big flank. Did you activate that smoke screen?
I think I did yet.
Balls of steel doing
No,
this right now.
that was stupid.
You're like, ah, fuck it, I don't care, CT. They'll miss anyway. Screw it. Love the camera, though. Oh, no! Oh, no! Okay, so, yeah, definitely,
CT.
Yeah, just a mess up there.
it's, you perfectly, constructed this perfect ability usage scenario, but we didn't activate it.
Sorry, I missed her.
All good, though. It's funny stuff.
Better wait. I'm safe.
You will not kill my ally.
What the heck? No, you have to shoot that. You have to shoot that. Yeah, because this will happen more times than you think. So if you ever see an Omen ulting in front of you, 9 times out of 10, unless you have 5 people staring at him, if it's just you, definitely just shoot the ult. So you generally find yourself playing A as Cypher on Split?
Only because of my camera spot, because I can tell right away if anybody's there.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
But,
not a problem.
I do think that B is better for Cypher's kit on this map.
It's all good, honestly. Like, and to put this in perspective, the pro players play Cypher mid, so it doesn't
wow.
even. Yeah, it's just you can put them anywhere. Whatever you're comfortable with. If you have the most knowledge on A, like camp spots, trap spots, then play A. Screw it, right? But he's good everywhere. Cypher is just really good, so don't worry about it. But like, you don't want to argue with someone and be like, "Hey, Cypher, can you play B?" Yeah, sure, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable playing him on
Exactly.
the site.
Perfect. So this is good. Good stuff, yeah. So you do your homework.
I guess I
Perfect.
You wouldn't believe how many
wait a
hours
minute.
Mike and I have spent in customs trying to figure out Cypher camera spots, Sova darts, all sorts of stuff.
That's good. Now do it for offense.
Hey, you know, when the replay system comes along, I actually want us to do a coaching video as a group for offensive planning.
Oh,
because
3 mid.
we really
No problem.
struggle on offense.
Yeah, no problem. Now, even without that system, you guys can record it from one person's perspective, and I can just coach general strategy and not just take a look at individual stuff, because I can just tell a lot by the minimap, and you can get all your buddies in here, and we could all just sit in the channel and talk about stuff, talk about general strategy and what's going on during the situation if I'm missing anything. So I don't necessarily need the demo or anything. I mean, obviously it would be ideal, but don't let that stop you guys from scheduling something like that. I'm super open to any of that.
Okay.
Good stuff.
And I don't
Good
know what I thought.
stuff.
I see the Sage here. I don't know why I didn't shoot her. I backed up.
Good. Good. You
Good.
get the info. You reposition.
Okay.
Because they have to push into you. You don't have to push into a team of maybe more than Sage. Because do you really think it's just Sage pushing down mid by
Probably
herself?
not when
Definitely
they're
not.
live.
So what you do is you get the info. You're like, okay, Sage coming up, but it's a little different because Viper's here. So I'll definitely play close to like trade frag or like crossfire or something like that. But in most cases, you shoulder peek, you get the info, you reposition, and you use your abilities to get the edge over them. You don't have to swing into people just because you know you're there. So yeah, here.
Yeah, backed up too far. And I didn't
Yeah,
penetrate.
so I would definitely play with my teammate in this situation. But if you were by yourself, then that was very good. You're shoulder peeking it, you get the info, and you run. Because on defense, you're going to be outnumbered every single time. So you're not looking for those fights. You're looking for fights that you have the advantage in, not where you can easily get outnumbered. And so here, yeah, right, what's going through my head is danger, danger. They're coming,
Absolutely.
right? But here
Crosshairs.
we're looking for the run out angle at the head level, so we're holding like pretty far away from the box and we're aiming up. So this is probably where my crosshair would be if I even stay here, right? I'd probably just run because I'm not going to be able to hold a herd of buffalo charging into heaven, or if anything, maybe you can turn the tides if you smokescreen this, activate it, and like, I don't know. You know, it's a very hard situation because it's the numbers game right here. But our crosshair definitely wasn't ready for this
Player standing.
when we had like perfect info for it to be, right? Okay, so here, you see how we peek up into heaven's stairs? And then we get our crosshair ready. Whoop! But that whole time where our crosshair is swinging up, we're exposed to the top of the stairs. So, and they could easily be at the top of the stairs here, no problem.
Of course.
So, this is good. Good stuff. So now they know where you are. I mean, this is just kind of unwinnable, unfortunately. You know, half HP,
Takes a
1v4.
couple with him before he dies, but
That's really good then. Whoa!
yeah, that's
Whoa!
a great dart.
Yeah, great ability usage. Good stuff.
Damn, back up.
Okay, so we're definitely saving round 2 because we lost first round.
Flashed.
Set in stone. Very good camera. Oh shit, did we see anything?
Don't run from it.
Nothing. Oh, we saw one. Good stuff. And you even pick it up. Pro Cypher player. Okay.
Should do it argument. Your footsteps.
Would much rather have the short
2
cooldown
minutes.
time than the long.
At
cooldown.
least.
Absolutely. Very smart. You get the tag, you pick it up. Good stuff. Even I wouldn't have picked it up there. I'm so dumb. I don't even think about these things. But I flip flop between so many different characters, so my best would probably be Breach and then Omen.
One enemy remaining.
But this is good stuff. Oh,
Guys.
good round. Now we're buying, we're buying everything.
Here's
You hate having 2 cages or what?
It's a nice
I
dart.
do. I also right here. I usually put a trip bar down below. I don't always put it unless I see somebody there though. That way I can save it a little bit.
Well, the thing is, you can always pick it up,
That's true.
and
I think I actually have started doing that. I don't throw the cage until I see somebody there. And
Pick
like
it
I have
up.
2 here now, and I think I end up.
pick up the camera. Pick up the camera.
I got 2 garage.
I kind of wanted to go back to it just to see if anybody else joined them. I think it was my.
Yeah, you saw 2. So
Yeah,
that, good
headshot.
info, good info. But you definitely want to have at least 1 cage ready somewhere. So
And I don't know why I didn't throw it down because I usually put one right.
okay,
on the
so
trip bar.
that's fine then. I'm not going to harp you too much on it. But because the reason, if they start pushing, you're like, oh shit, then you throw the cage, then you activate it, but way too late by that point.
Of course.
So as long as you know, right? It's fine.
Hold this down.
They might be rotating back to A.
Okay.
Coming, my boy.
Come on, cage. Come on. We're so close.
They backed off. I think somebody's.
Nice.
Oh, we didn't look in the camera.
I don't even know why. I
We didn't look at the camera. That's such a goated camera right now. You would have been able to see everything.
Yeah, there's at least one on A. They shot the camera down immediately.
Okay.
Alright, I'm here.
Can you put down your
That's alright. That's alright. But you had the right idea. You see, like, you're just so close to greatness every time.
Go away, go away.
So where is I'm coming?
They trapped themselves right there.
I think they just are saving.
Nah, we got it.
I think because they shot it down earlier, I waited a few seconds to put it up.
That's good. That's good. Good stuff. Oh, I'd be so scared right now. I'd be so scared. Cage, cage.
Yeah.
They're coming. No.
I didn't get out of it nearly fast enough.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing. You didn't have to get out.
Yeah, because I didn't.
Trip.
Epic fail.
Cage. So it's like you got you look through this camera and you're like, oh man, they're rushing A. This looks really bad for the A players. Man, sucks for them. And you're just taking your time while they're pushing as fast as they can right into you. Yeah, super unlucky. Yeah, definitely don't be scared to use all your utility to. I mean, you can maybe save 1 cage for a retake on the other site, but like your job is to make sure they can't come A. So if you have to use your whole utility to watch A, then you do it, right?
Okay.
Because that's your job. This is your job. As Cypher, you're cutting off 1 bomb site for them. Force them to go the other one because you had this on lockdown. But this isn't really lockdown, right? Because we're being a little stingy with their abilities here. So if you watch my Cypher demo, I use 2 cages, 2 trap wires, camera on B. B is closed. You ain't coming.
God dang it. I just screwed that up royally.
Yeah, you even said it in your mic. I just screwed that up royally. So at least you know, right? Not that big of a deal. Okay, let's see this clutch 1v4 situation. Oh no! Unlucky, unlucky. Timing.
Arena mid.
Okay, nothing A.
Yeah, I'm kind of wish I bought
Nothing
now.
A. Good stuff. Okay.
God damn, this man was holding that.
Looks like they're just playing like a default. They're just kind of spread out on the map.
Got
So it's
opening
good.
garage.
Yeah, you're gonna go help. Nice. Good rotation to help with your Sage. And Jess unfortunately beefs it there, but
Struggle a lot of times too. I lose focus after I
I
kill
got
the first
opening
one.
garage.
yeah.
Got opening
So
garage.
try to ingrain it in your head that whenever you kill a bad guy, okay, so sorry, let me preface this. What do you do when your teammate dies? Let's say you are on the enemy team.
Try to get a trade.
Exactly. And that's what they're going to do every time. So whenever I kill one, I don't reload, I'm ready for the second. Or, how do we prevent the second from coming?
Maybe a cage.
Exactly. But that's a little risky because they can come while you're throwing your cage out. So most of the time, it's just best to have your gun out and be ready for it. Okay. Well, this guy is dead.
Above heaven.
For sure. Okay.
You could say.
Nice job, dude.
Damn, you just.
Hell yeah, I love that ult.
30 seconds left.
Oh, what a smart ult. Good stuff. Okay, okay, okay.
2 mid, I don't get.
Whoa, a little over rotation here. What the heck is your team doing?
What the
2 mid, 2 mid.
callouts were on that, I'm not sure what they saw that made them.
2 mid. Why are we all 4A? You know, we're giving up mid for free. Oh, rough.
Yeah, and I don't know what I heard, but I'm the only one that went back.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely heard them gorilla stomping inside ropes, so definitely got to go check it out.
Attack 105 for Sage.
Perfectly fine. Oh my god, what am I watching? Okay. So, let's look at economy-wise. So you tell me, what's the call? Out of the 3 options you have, what is the call here?
Doing the math. I don't have my glasses on either, so I have to look at the little numbers. They're tiny numbers. I'm gonna buy a Spectre and a half shield here, most likely is what I should do.
That's gonna spend all your money.
Oh wait, I'm looking. Okay, I was thinking I'd already.
Yeah, no, like
yeah, nothing.
as a
It's
team.
Save. It's save round.
Yep. Because why?
Sorry, I was looking at what I was gonna have the next round, and it looked like
Gotcha.
66, but it does. It's
Yeah,
like
4,600,
right.
4,600. So
I just put my glasses on.
So we only have 2 people that can really buy here, right? Mike and Jen. So the majority. Okay, this isn't a buy, by the way, so don't let this fool you. This is not a buy. A Guardian in light armor, I'd rather take a Ghost, okay? But, yeah, so this is majority cannot buy, but we still have some money, so definitely a half buy here. But a half buy with 7,500 looks like Phantom Heavy Shield still. So he can buy and still buy next round, but this is definitely a force buy next round. Definitely. So that's good, right? Perfect. You just have the ghost.
Again, I'm gonna have to
Your economy is you're playing above your level. So that's very good because people even in like plat and gold and even diamond, they don't understand economy.
We actually do a pretty good job of communicating that before.
Very good.
On what we should buy or
Very
not, what we
good.
should be doing.
Because that wins games. Proper economy wins games. So you don't have these odd guns. Like you're not having a Spectre 3 rounds in a row. Where you save one, then you have the full kit next round, right? And then you win that round. Okay, so this is, you know, crosshair, second.
Absolutely.
Yep, so this is just a reverse movement crosshair, movement crosshair.
You will.
Ooh, let's see it, let's see it.
Maybe we should have Sage go.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Okay. We're looking. Any ability usage would give away our position.
I will say
Oh.
this, not just because he's watching
was
this
worried
stream
about
right now, but he
robes.
probably works harder at this than most people I know.
Well, he,
was worried about
I can
robes.
tell, right? Because when I was doing the review with him, I was seeing a bunch of very good things, like in the makings of something very good. And I told him that he could be a plat player easily. Like, I don't know if he believes me, but he easily could.
I was worried about robes.
So let's see. So I was just unlucky getting flanked right there. Obviously, just a timing thing, not a big deal. Okay, but... Whoa. Okay, so we're saving, we're doing a half buy now.
I guess I should have thought that.
Yeah. I mean, how much money do you have here? You have 38 to spend. I think you can actually... Yeah, okay, so... oh, God. Like, you're right. This is another half buy round. But it's only because everyone forced last round. Like, Viper... Like, these 3 people should have money this round. So, actually, in a vacuum, this is another half buy round. But if your teammates are forcing every single round, you just have to force with them.
Okay.
And, like, definitely... So, definitely what I'm looking here to buy is this, and then one of this. Okay, because like they don't care about their money, right? They're just force buying every round. This is the power of economy. This jet, for like 3 rounds in a row now, has been using an Ares. Right? These are randoms, right? Sorry, I'm not shit talking your friends.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just
Okay. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, this guy's had an Ares 3 rounds in a row. So this is the power of economy. This person is forcing the Guardian like every other round. And this guy, what do you think he's gonna have? Light shields, probably a freaking Guardian too. You know, so ugh. This is the power of economy that doesn't get through people's heads. Oh, A-rush, A-rush, A-rush! Oh, now we're throwing our traps. Now we're caging. They're coming.
Down. I don't even know why I picked it up before I threw the camera up there.
Right, so it's like, oh my god, they're coming now. Now I'm gonna get ready. When it should be get ready for the rush before it even comes. Because yeah, sometimes you can't pick up your cages, but it's more important to have your cages ready than to have them for other situations. Because remember, your job is to just solely hold down that bomb site.
Jesus, guys.
So one's underneath you, yeah. Definitely saw that, okay. Ult. Oh, no, we don't need an ult. Okay.
Anyway, I knew
Screw
the
it.
right there.
Screw it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't even know how well that Spectre goes through that door, but
I mean, you could definitely kill him if he was there, but he was just not there.
Yeah. Thank you.
So good stuff, good stuff. But you see how it's like, you don't need to do this panic. Oh my god, they're rushing. Let me throw everything down now. Just have it down. Just have it down. Because it's way more important to be ready for anything than to save any utility. Don't be scared. Like, you see how liberally you're using your ult? Do that
Yes.
the same with your abilities while defending.
Okay.
Because now if they somehow get through A, then it's completely your fault, right? Because you can hold down A. I trust you. You can do it. If you use all of your abilities, you definitely can.
Before A. Before A.
Perfect info. Perfect comm.
And still don't have the trip party.
Exactly. Yeah. So now we're like scrambling to do it.
Thought about
Now I don't. Oh no, this is your guys' smoke, so that's good. That's good.
blinking,
But sometimes you're not gonna have that Viper to smoke for you. So
thought about flanking, but they've been pushing through pretty easily.
But see, this is good. Look at your early info and your comm. What has it done? And this is the problem with. So you look how fast your rotations are coming, right? Now the enemy team is walking into a stacked bomb site. There's 4 of you guys ready for it. Doesn't matter the outcome because there's 4 of you ready, and now because look how slow they're pushing. This is what you want to avoid, being on the offensive side. Because now if they push through, right, 4 people versus 5, right, but you guys have the structural advantage of them having to come through the congested funnels. So very good stuff. Very early info and early comms. This is good teamwork, good trade. Ooh. Trigger. The traps. Oh.
Yeah. And quit reloading.
Yeah, quit reloading. So. So, taking this fight, you don't need to. A,
Because of the water, yeah.
because of the wire, and B, because you don't necessarily have the advantage here. Do you have the advantage here?
Yes.
If we trigger the trap, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we take advantage over no advantage.
Okay.
Player standing.
Randy, do you live in Vegas?
I do.
Oh, nice. Me too.
Alright.
Right off.
Couple minutes.
I'll stay here.
So yeah, we definitely want to have a bigger arsenal when it comes to positionings for our camera and our traps. We want to be, having more of a repertoire when it comes to our positioning, because now it's either billboard or we don't use it. So there.
Yeah, I didn't use it there because Mike was going to put an arrow there.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
I do have a couple other positions
Okay.
on the big column right in the middle. It just doesn't get early info, but it gets them pushing down into A. And then, of course, on the far wall right above screens occasionally, too.
Okay, not a problem. You just definitely want to exercise those other options.
Okay.
Because it keeps them guessing, and like if you have like a camera here or something, like
I will sometimes put one at the top of ramps, too.
yeah, so lots of
Especially
good.
if that one's getting shot, the billboard's getting shot down.
Exactly. So very good. You definitely want to be shuffling between the different options you have.
just never were
Couple
fighting
A2,
so
I
hardly.
guess.
So
Yeah, so it's fine, but it's definitely better to like.
So
I definitely want to be using it right here somewhere
okay.
because you don't want to be peeking a Cypher because your camera does it for you.
Okay.
You peek at last resort because when you're dead, you can't activate traps.
for one, we have no one mid.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question then.
Okay.
They give me crap about this all
One,
the
we have
time,
no one
but
mid.
Mike just told me to ask you about putting down tripwires and cages in places where your teammates are watching. Like on bind, I almost always, if I'm playing B side, I'll put one on hookah
Okay, yeah.
and I'll put one on garden, and then my
Okay.
camera's up. But Mike's like, I'm watching hookah. You don't need a tripwire there. But it's not necessarily for. It's actually going to help him, right? It's my thinking. If somebody pushes through.
Yeah. So, you want to prepare yourself for the stampede, not for like a one-off kill. So, what your traps and wires do are to stop the site takes, right? It's not to necessarily like watch something. So I understand where he's coming from, but if a team of 5 pushes through hookah, what's going to stop them isn't necessarily someone inside hookah. It's going to be your smokescreen and trap combo. And you can't afford to not have those down because if they do rush, you can't quickly put them down.
Okay.
Right? And you can make the decision to maybe super trap up hookah and sight and then leave long to Mike or something.
Okay.
But for the most part, I just keep both of them trapped. And it doesn't necessarily matter what my team's watching because they shouldn't necessarily be in hookah or in long unless they're like doing like some kind of mix-up play. But you want them to come into the trap to utilize the trap. Because like let's say if you trap up hookah and put a smokescreen in hookah, but Mike is sitting on top of the box in hookah, then your traps mean nothing to him, right?
Of course.
So you definitely want the other both B players to be playing around the traps.
Yes.
Because that's the only. Go on, sorry.
We are rarely ever that aggressive on defense. So almost rarely do we ever have somebody inside hookah.
Okay. So
Elbow and CT or behind the box in CT or something like that.
yeah, so it's like you could have it trapped up in hookah. It's not the worst because it's like a fallback plan in case imagine they do start rushing and then like Mike hears it early. Either he holds his ground to take out as many as he can with him, or he runs out and escapes. But you have your traps and your steel cage there to make his escape safe.
Okay.
Right? So it's definitely good to have him there. Because your ultimate goal is to hold the bomb site, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so and it's up to whoever your teammate is to play around your traps as well. Now he can do like you guys can do like some mix up to where like okay we've never ever been aggressive on B, so let's do something different. I'm going to play aggressive hookah, and then you just make sure they can't come through long, right? You guys have to have this like sort of communication going on and like this plan behind it for some reason, right? Or you save a steel cage and save a trap, and if Mike make contact with them, then maybe you can put it down or like take one trap from long if you have 2 there and then put it. So definitely lots of stuff there, but it's not too bad to have it trapped up even if someone's watching it.
Okay.
Because it's definitely more so to stop the stampede than anything else. Because a trap and a smokescreen can stop a rush, but one person cannot.
Can hold positions.
That makes
Player
sense.
standing.
Yeah. Because how many people do you know are willing to run through a smokescreen and jump through tripwires, right? No.
Yeah,
They
very few.
they wait it out. And why is waiting it out bad for them? Because they're stuck in hookah, right? And now your rotations are coming. So smoke screens,
Rotating and
exactly.
The guy who plays Graze just threw a bomb in there.
Exactly. Now, and if they come through your smoke screen, you hear it. So now you can spray through the smoke screen and mow down a team that doesn't know where you are.
Yep.
So very Very, very good stuff. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the mentality of smoke screens and cages and
Positions. Just gonna list.
a lot of times when I play B on bind with Cypher, my teammate kind of just does whatever he wants, and I just kind of make sure I'm holding down the bomb site. I am the defense. The other guy is kind of just there for emotional support.
Alright.
All right, so I forgot what happened. I was just talking.
I mean,
So mid's
For one,
completely
we've-
wide open. But now we're super worried about all these different angles. Do we have to be worried about these angles?
Nope.
No. This is the only real threat, right? Because trap.
Yep.
So, and if you even want it to be even safer, webcam, right? I don't know why I call it a webcam, but whatever. You can do a million different things before you take a firefight, and you have to. This is also being minimap aware.
For one,
Okay, so let's see what just happened. So, 100% sure that there's 2 ropes. Because why? Reyna flash, and Mike just got killed by Raze, right? So now, screw this. I don't care about him, right?
Focus on ropes.
Yeah, that's the danger. That's where it's at, and this is being looked out. It's already looked at, right? So, yeah. I mean, this is just being a little, like prioritizing the threats properly. That makes sense, right?
for one, we have no one mid.
So yeah, you can rely on your traps and
We're just gonna list.
look at what's not being trapped. So this was close. You even almost killed her still, but this was probably an easy kill if you were ready for it. That makes sense, right? So nothing to do with aim, right? A lot of these things I'm talking about, like I'm not just saying aim better, right? So obviously crosshair placement, movement, ability usage, this all is just a well-oiled machine in being a good Valorant player. So now, do you have any questions for me or anything? Did I miss anything?
Nothing I could think of.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had anything that they wanted to put in chat here for me to ask.
No, I mean, I always put my students on a spot like this and they'll never have questions, but I always have to ask. But if you ever have anything that you missed, anything, you can always DM me. You could always put it up in the queries chat. I'll answer anything.
Okay.
And yeah, so let's just rehash some of the stuff, right? So movement, crosshair placement, have those reversed.
Okay.
Right? So crosshair, get ready, then movement. Okay. Now we're looking at aggressive cam usage, just overall ability usage when it comes to, and understanding the Cypher's role and to covering the flanks safely with stuff like that. Also, I mean, I recorded this and I will be posting on YouTube in case you forget or want to rehash any of it. It'll be up there. But so what I tell everyone is to work on things one at a time. For example, let's say the next game you play, you're like, okay, I don't care about my abilities. I don't care about any of it. What I'm going to be focusing on this game is getting my crosshair ready and then swinging. The whole game, this is the only thing I'm working on. I don't care about if my ability or my ult usage are up to snuff. I don't care about my economy. All of my brain power is just for one thing, right? And you do that one thing at a time, and it becomes muscle memory, and that's how you build these things very strongly, one at a time. Because I know it's information overload, and you have to like tackle all these problems at the same time. But don't try to fix everything at once.
Okay.
Yeah, one brick at a time to build a wall.
That's kind of what I've been doing with the no ADS, and now I'm working on.
Perfect. Yeah,
Clutch.
perfect. I only saw you like ADS like once that game, and if you weren't ADSer before, that's great. This is great. You don't
I
look
used
like.
to do it all the time.
Yeah.
My whole team would go,
But-
stop.
But if you didn't say anything to me, I would have never guessed, right? Because
Yeah, of course.
it looks like you didn't even have the habit at all. So it's very good. So if you apply that, the same thing you did with ADSing, to every single thing that you've learned today, and over the time, then you will become a much better player a lot quicker.